right, Susan Wildsmith in Ben Salem, scope of work, weeding out beds and black mulch install. So I'll start here in the backyard. The only tricky part with this is really like kind of trying to determine a little bit what's a weed, what's not. So we'll start over here. Here's obvious, right? You got your hostas, and then you just have all this ground clover weed, so you can jack all that out. All these growing up through the hosta, we can pull all those, get them out of here. Really, like most of this bed is just hostas, so anything that's kind of growing outside of that, like, you know, you got some grasses growing up through here, just hand pull all those. Leave all your hostas alone. Probably not too many weeds underneath the hostas. It looks pretty good. Little bit of weeds here, you know, leave this tree alone. And then move into here. So you got your hostas again, leave them alone. All the hostas you can see, but then this area in particular, there's a lot of viney weed growing like over top through the hosta. So like all this, you know, this is growing up through it. All this you can pull out. This big one here, big boy here, rip that out. A lot of the growth down here, like it should mainly be a hosta right here and kind of nothing else. This one is a plant. You can see it's got like budding on it. So jack all that out. This area, you have this is a plant, and then you have the rest of it is weedy growth growing through it, so you can clear all that out. A little bit of ground cover weeds in here. Moving over to here, so he said like all this is weeds, get rid of basically all it. So this is a plant you can leave. These are a plant you can leave, but he actually even said these right here, completely just jack them up, get rid of all that. Doesn't want any of that. It's complete clear out of all this area, leaving all this. That's a plant obviously growing, you can see the flowers. But like all that funky stuff in here, completely cut it out. Almost looks like a grassy type. We said it's all weeds, you can get it all out. Leave all this alone. That's a plant. All this again, cutting all this out, clearing all this out. There is a little bit of a plant in here, but then you go back into, so like you can see kind of what's a plant because it has buds on it. So that plant would be a plant, but then you kind of have some like weedy growth. So I would use your best judgment, and then when you're walking, just kind of like double check it with them, type of deal. And then moving over to here, you know, got some weedy growth here. Same thing here. It's like kind of a trickier one. You can't like just go to town with a string trimmer, but so like these plants here will stay, but then all this growth will be cleared out. So that's that bed. Not a ton of mulch. I mean, a little bit here, but, and then moving over to here, this is all, besides like the two little purple plants, all the rest you can just cut it out, get rid of it, and mulch this area. Definitely put preen, definitely spray in this area. Won't be able to spray a ton in this area because there's so many plants. The only spot is probably like right here you could spray. Weed out all this area. Rose bush leave alone. Fresh mulch. And then it goes to here. So it's mainly like the side and the backyard. Here's the front of the house. And then the only other spot would be this bed. I didn't walk over really to it yet, but so you got this bed. And we didn't walk this one, but you know, use your judgment on it. Same type of deal. You got plants that are budding a little bit. The tall or ornamental grasses obviously leave alone. But then you kind of have some of this viney growth you can cut out and clear out. Like basically all this can cut out. These plants that are budding right here, leave them, and then kind of do your best to get in here. This is all a weed, this like viney crap growing through the plant. When you're done, you should ideally see mostly this type of plant and not much else in this area. And that's it.